Hello everybody and welcome back to Farming Sims 25. So I've been wondering why we have not been producing mozzarella even though it's been going for ages, and I walked up to it and I saw it's on 999 litres, but then it says out of space. Why? Why is it out of space? That's the big question. I can't actually see a reason for this. Maybe it's blindingly obvious, but this production has already spawned a pallet of buffalo milk in bottles, so I don't really know why it's having such a problem with the mozzarella. It's not a major issue because I can just set it to selling and it would just sell directly, but I would have liked to have seen the pallet. Anyway, let's just go into the mozzarella price list just here. There we go. It is currently, well, I don't know what price we'd get actually if we just sold it directly, but it's not at its best currently. January is the best time, so we should probably just keep hold of it for the time being. But the problem is if we don't sell it now, it's not going to continue the production to produce more. So it is a real pain. I just can't see anything which could be upsetting it. I've even had a hunt around for Daggerwin's Bale, and I don't think it's that. So it is an absolute mystery. Anyway, shall we just sell it? The production isn't actually continuing, so it does seem a bit counterproductive to not sell it. Okay, so watch the money. I'm guessing it's going to be every hour though, isn't it? It probably won't sell until 4. Let's just see here. Yeah, it's not going to sell until 4, annoyingly. And I do want to do some cotton harvesting, so I'll probably forget, but if you do see the money go up by 22 to 24,000 pounds, then it was the buffalo mozzarella. Okay, so we do have a few contracts for cotton harvesting, and they're not worth a great deal, actually. 3,622 and 6,608. The others are for spinach and green beans. These must be some pretty big fields. Yes, they're absolutely huge. It sounds very tempting, and it is good pay, but it would take forever. It would, well, not literally forever, but it would take an extremely long time. So we are just going to focus on doing the cotton today. We're going to have to borrow the items because they're really expensive machines, and if we don't, then yeah, we're not actually going to be able to progress. The neighbours have not really been looking after their field, but this is the first field we're going to do. Oh, it's Walter's. That explains a lot, because Walter just stands around all day. So I'm not surprised it's full of weeds. In fact, I'm surprised it's even been planted in the first place. He must have done it whilst I was sleeping. So we get over there, and it looks like we have been given a Fendt tractor as well. It's nice to experience a Fendt tractor. I think I've used it once on this game, on this version, but of course, yeah, we haven't bought one, so it must have been in a contract. Also, I have some news about the cement factory. Yes, there is no cement factory on the map. However, I've had an extremely mixed reaction. Some people saying, "Oh, just add it in, just buy it," and others saying, "Oh, definitely don't cheat it. Don't just go and add the money in and buy it, because that would just ruin the Let's Play." So it's very difficult for somebody in my situation to know what to do for the best. So I have been having a good think about what to do, and I have come to the conclusion that we do need it on the map as an existing production, but obviously I can't afford to buy it. So a massive thank you to Yellowbam. I do appreciate all of your help. Now, Yellowbam actually did send me a list of instructions on how to get the production built on the map without actually buying it. So I have done that. I've gone ahead and I have used his instructions, very helpful instructions, and yes, it is now integrated into the map. So as you can see, over in field number 19 here, we do have a cement factory, and it's all been done very nicely. We've got a forest behind. Of course, in your save game, if you have not already done something with this field, this will just be an arable field. But as you can see, we do have a cement factory, which has been built with a forest. The rest of the field just turns to forest because it looks wonderful. And this is available now to buy and to rent. And to address those issues, those concerns about just adding it in and then suddenly producing way too much cement and producing too much money, I have created a bit of a rule for myself. So I'm allowed to lease it for £1,000 a day, which in itself isn't actually cheap, but this is a £370,000 production. So my rule is, I'm allowed to lease it, but as soon as we hit £370,000, We have to buy it. It's my rule. I'm not allowed to continue using it unless I buy it once we hit 370 in the bank account. This is just to prevent us from making millions and millions by renting something. So it opens up the opportunity to us, but it doesn't allow us to abuse the system. Because a lot of people have said, just lease it. It's all part of life. You're allowed to lease stuff. And I agree with that. I think this game is fun. This Let's Play is supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be like a super duper realistic thing. And even if it was, renting is not unrealistic. So I'm more than happy to go along with this route. Anyway, thank you so much, Yellowban. Yes, I think it was just a brilliant idea. And thank you to everybody else for also supporting the idea. So we'll get cracking with that, but the problem is we do also need the debris crusher. Well, we don't need it. You can use fieldstone, I think, but the debris crusher will keep providing us with lots and lots of stone, and I think that's almost £100,000 in itself. So we still, before we can even get cracking with producing cement, this is for our shed production, to build our shed and to build a temple. We ideally do need to build the 100,000, it might be £99,000 debris crusher. So we need to build that somewhere, and it's quite big. So we probably still need to buy another piece of land first. So we're actually, although we've got the cement factory on the map, we're not really much further ahead, and it's definitely not going to ruin the series. So anybody concerned about it messing up the series and causing us to make millions and millions of pounds all of a sudden, don't worry, that's not going to happen, because we're trying to expand with land. Land is super expensive. So there we go. I think it's going to be a great help, and finally we'll be able to start finishing our shed over there. I'm sure everybody's sick to death of seeing the construction site over there, and it will allow us to build the temple. Now the temple is going to take a serious amount of bricks and cement, so yeah, it's needed. It really is needed. I remember the roller coaster on FS22. My goodness, I think that only took wooden products mostly, and that still took so long to build. So let's try and set a target. Let's try and build the temple and our shed by Christmas Day. I did manage to, amazingly, I managed to build the roller coaster on FS22. I think it's Christmas Eve. I finished it on Christmas Eve, and that seemed easier than the temple. So, blimey, we've got quite a job ahead of us, but I'm hopeful that we can do that. Okay, let's finish this contract, and then we'll move on to the other cotton field. And that is our first cotton harvest done. Now I don't know, I always wonder if you can use the same machines which are rented for one contract on another contract. So what I'll do is I'll just figure out exactly where this other one is, save the game, and we'll try it. It's pretty close. Yes, it's pretty close, it's just down the bottom of here. Yeah, so it is important I save first, just in case I need to load, because if this doesn't work, we will have to restart the contract, but by borrowing the machines. So, first things first, save, and then onto the contract menu, accept without borrowing. Okay. Yeah, it works. So let me just take this existing bale out. Of course, we can't collect the money from the first one before we've done this field, otherwise it's going to remove the harvester. And there we go, it's lifting us up. Crikey. and I need to go and sell this bale separately. Although, I don't know, and this is a different sell point, I don't know how it's going to distinguish the two. It probably won't make any difference at all. Oops. Yes, it does help if you actually lower the header. There we go. Yeah, so this is a good job for the worker. I think it's going to be okay, just as it is. Yeah, it looks okay. So there we go. Let's grab the fence. Let's pick up that first one. And are they two different places? Or are they the same place? They're the same place. Yeah, so it might just split it 50-50, but it shouldn't break anything, because once we've delivered the second one, that should just top up both of them. We'll have to see how it goes about things, but I should think it will get split fairly evenly. But yeah, here we go. Fent 314. What kind of indicators does this have? Yes, it must be the bigger fence that have the little LED ones that sort of... Oh, what's it called? Progressive LED? I don't know. Where they build in stages. Yeah, I noticed the game is now calling it a square bale of cotton. They used to call it a square module of cotton. So let's feed this onto the trailer. It's a special trailer which can pick up bales from the ground. Slides them on. And yeah, we want to transport that. Let's get over to our sell point. Of course, I don't want to go the wrong way down the one way. It's a bad habit of mine. I think we'll just go straight down the street, and we'll probably have to turn right at the very bottom. Also, I've not found a collectible for quite some time. I think there is still one outstanding at the school. So if I got desperate, I could go and find one there. Here we are. So yes, I did still manage to end up going the wrong way, down the one way, but not to worry. There were no cars this time. So will that complete one, or will it just split between the two? Yep, it's split between the two. No problem at all. So that's 32%, that's 80%. Let's get back to the field. And we actually do need to take a trailer over to the grain mill, because that's where I'm processing all of my barley, and we have a serious amount of pallets to pick up. And yes, oh, hang on. Oh, it's all the one way. It's all one way, all of it. Yeah, it's going to be quite a challenge, I think, getting all of them onto one trailer, even the big trailer. I have just checked, and the grain mill has finished processing all of our barley, so that is going to mean we have a lot of pallets just piled up. I know the spawn point is huge, so... Ow! No, not so ow. So, yeah, there's not a forklift there. So, well, there is one at the sawmill, and the sawmill is just up the road. So let's go and take this over there, and we'll have a look. Yeah, this forklift is to be used at any production, but not at our farm. We're not allowed to use it at the farm. These roads have certainly got narrow. But yes, here we are. Prepared to be amazed. We do need to return this production back to the rightful owner. Oh, they've got a... they do actually have a model of a forklift here, but you can't use it. That's really annoying. That would actually be a really good feature. The other thing which I loved about FS11 was that the milk tanker came to the farm for your milk, and it just hasn't in any of the versions since then. Right, so... Oh, there they are. Look at that. Oh, and there might be even more to spawn. Goodness. Yes, there's 2 more to spawn. Wow. Right, so now we know all about that. Oh, this is still over at the port. We'll get this taken back to the farm then, and we'll put the flatbed trailer on. If you missed the previous episode, I was giving the water buffalo 100% effectiveness food, TMR, so that means their milk production is going to increase significantly, and then hopefully we can lease the dairy and we can produce lots and lots of mozzarella. That is the plan. And I think anybody who's concerned about this series being ruined by making too much money, just, you need to put your mind at rest, because the machinery is extravagant, it's really expensive, land is super expensive, productions are super expensive, and I am putting these rules into place to make sure that this series does not get ruined for that reason. So if you are leasing a building, then you do have to buy it once you can afford it. Okay, now these bales here will be ending up in the mixer. I know they look very messy just sitting around here. We'll throw them into the mixer when we have it available. So let's just grab this trailer. The cotton harvester should be getting close to completion. It's nice that we do have the progress bars, we can actually see what's happening. But yeah, even if it's finished the field, it won't be showing 100% because some of the transportation is taken into account in that percentage. I think it's safe to say we have totally clogged up the pickup point. Yeah, anybody else who wants to use this place is going to be struggling. I think the sooner we get out of here, the better. And that's probably not close enough. But anyway, goodness me, let's get all of these loaded up. Well, the worker is done, and I'm almost done here. I don't even know what to expect from this, because I know that it's worth quite a lot, each pallet. It's not like silly money, it's like £25,000 a pallet. Crikey, that would be incredible. But no, it's still good. I think it's like 3,000 maybe. That's going to soon add up. Oh, the money just came in for the mozzarella. And I think this production does need to be set to selling just very briefly. I should have done that a second ago. It's got 58 litres, that's fine. We'll just return it then. Because if we buy it, it will probably still be in there. It's 58 litres, it's next to nothing. So if it disappears, it disappears. I think we're going to do alright out of this anyway. Although, I think November is the best month for the flour. So we'll just quickly go to flour. Yes, December. It was November, I think. 2,433. It's probably going to be good enough in the next month. And I don't know where to take it. It might be the farmer's market. It might be Goldcrest Valley. We'll have to see. But let's just tab across to the cotton harvester. Yep, it's done a good job there. It has finished everything. Oh, I say it's finished everything. There is a slight haze over there. Maybe it has not done that corner. Yes, it has not finished this piece here for some reason. I guess it was too difficult for it. Also, the horses have been ridden and they've been cleaned, so when we sleep, they will increase in value. We know the water buffalo have got plenty of food. Yeah, I'm told that the reason why the water buffalo babies and the cows are not eating the meadow grass because there was a glitch with the meadow grass. I think if I had drilled it with grass first, it would have been fine. Well, it did work initially, I think. Right, there we go. We don't actually need to do anything else with this, because it'll just disappear when we finish the contract. So just let it pop out in the back, and we'll get the tractor and trailer. Yes, I think you're supposed to pull forward whilst that's coming out, because it always likes to lift up the back of the harvester. Oh, that's tight. So yeah, we're going to be collecting money from 2 contracts. It means I have to negotiate the one-way system as well. But there we have it. The next cotton module. Yeah, so what I need to do is I need to go this way before I went to the end, and then came back on myself, and that's just, you can't do that, because that means you're going against the one-way system. But now I have mastered it. Well, almost. Not quite. And of course, there should be a bit of leeway, so we might get paid for some of this cotton ourselves. Might get given a bonus. That would be good. So I do feel that we're going to be getting quite a bit of money in the next few minutes from this and from the flour. Okay, so unload that. Both should go to 100%. Brilliant. And then a bit for us. 8,821. Wonderful. Right, into the contract menu. So 3,022 and 6,608. I'm so pleased that we were allowed to use the same harvester for both. Okay, so yeah, as I said, we don't actually need to do anything with this yet because it needs to go over to the sell point. We've got 32,000 litres. So yeah, until we actually get into the next day, we're not going to know for sure. Okay, I'm going to sleep. It's my solution, just to go to sleep. Another beautiful day. Well, almost. It's a little bit early, but welcome to November. A very misty November. So we'll check that price again for flour. It is still increasing. It is also very good though. We would definitely not go wrong selling it right now. So the situation is we need to buy the debris crusher. My hat, I wonder where that went to. Oh, and my socks as well. And my secret chest. Yeah, sort of feel trapped in my own garden. We also do have the wood chips. I think the wood chips were best in January, I seem to remember. Yeah, they are. They're actually not bad now, but they are still increasing. So we're sort of in the time of year now where there's not an awful lot to do. In January, we'll also have the produce from these greenhouses to sell. There's going to be so much. This is going to be an absolute deluge of products. And yes, let's just make sure everything is going well again here. Change the output mode to storing. Yeah. So we do need to bring some buffalo milk across. The buffaloes must have produced quite a lot by now. 1,800 litres, and I think I've already got about 2,000 in the tanker. Yes, it's certainly a foggy morning. More offers are coming in for the used machinery. Yeah, it's quite dark this time because of the trees. There's a hill with the trees and it's just casting a huge amount of shade early on. So here we go. Yeah, already got over 2,000 litres. Brilliant. Yeah, we really should get some more cows in here. I don't think we need to get any more water buffalo. So we'll just get some Holstein cows and yeah, we'll get them nice and young, so they're cheap, £11,000. When we come to sell them, it'll probably be 40-something thousand, maybe 50,000. So we'll transfer what we can to our own dairy, but we will be transferring a much larger amount to the main dairy. But only when we have a much larger amount. At the moment we probably have about £50,000 worth. There we go. Yeah, so still 3,391. That probably is enough. Yeah, that would still produce quite a lot of buffalo milk. What is the ratio for buffalo mozzarella? Yeah, I don't mean lots of buffalo milk, I mean mozzarella. 3:2. Very good, that is good. So let's just get rid of that. it worked. It didn't sell it. I think I did it from the wrong menu last time. Yeah, I am tempted to get this taken to the dairy. I think it's in town. Wow, that's foggy. Oh yes, we've got 4 pallets of eggs. They've probably run out of food. I'm kind of annoyed about that because I could have just held some barley back for them. Yeah, look at that super shallow fog across the harbour. Very atmospheric. So I'm just producing mozzarella here. We're not going to be producing anything else. But before I do anything, I need to make sure that I actually do rent the place, otherwise it's just going to sell, which wouldn't be a bad thing. It would give us quite a bit of money. But then I wouldn't be able to make my mozzarella. Where is the trigger button? That's interesting. Oh, looks like you can't actually rent the dairy. It looks like it is just a sell point. Yeah, it's a different type of place. So, okay, not to worry. Like I said, we'll still get lots of money. So we're not making mozzarella here, but I have topped up our own mozzarella dairy, so that should be good. There we go. £34,000 exactly. What were the chances of that? And now, let's go and sell our flour. It is still a very, very good price. Interesting place to park. I think they are just waiting for those people to cross. I will get the puddle filling up so that we can put more water into these productions. But for now, we must go and sell our flour. And actually the best price is at the farmer's market, and that price has started to decrease. So we might not actually get that highest price. It's not guaranteed. So yeah, waiting isn't worth it. Because if we get this, we can definitely then get the debris crusher, and then we can start to produce cement. That'll be the next episode, but we might be able to build the debris crusher today. So yeah, farmer's market, it's a bit of a drive from here. What do they want with so many pallets of flour? That is a lot of flour. Crikey. You know, it doesn't matter how hard I try, I still end up on the wrong road. I'm always going the wrong way. But here we are. They must be making the world's largest cake or something. Get ready for this. 88,695 plus 2,861. Very, very good. So we have, I can't believe that, £213,000 in the bank account. I've never seen it look so good. So, possible places to build the debris crusher. Well, we've got 39. We could potentially buy 77, which was also a potential place to build the, well, a potential place for the owner of the cement factory to build their cement factory. One of the world's leading cement brands must have bought it up. But yeah, this is a good place, and well, we could actually get a barley harvest out of it first, but then we probably don't want to wait. So we could turn that into a grass field and then put the debris crusher on here. So let's have a look at the debris crusher. It's 99,000 exactly. Yeah, so you can see it's quite big. It is quite big. And it wants to be somewhere flat. We could put it in this field. We could buy this field and then put it here. Because we could, well, we could still, yeah, we could put a track in. That would make sense as well. A debris crusher with the rock face. If we own the land. Yeah, obviously the back piece is going to be wasted. But we could still harvest the front piece and then maybe put that as grass. So, how much is 77? £56,000. Yeah, that's a perfect one for us to buy. And yeah, it's a long way off ready to harvest, so I don't think we're actually losing anything here. So maybe, I hope I don't have to have too much access to the back, but there we go. It's in the fog somewhere in the mist. So we've bought a new field, we've bought the debris crusher, and we do still have £57,000 left, and we don't have a loan. So that is great news. Oh, I hope I can texture this without any issues. Yeah, so you can see the rocks. The rocks are flying. And that is filling up. So we just have to scoop these up. We're going to need a wheel loader or something. We'll have to use a telehandler to begin with. But yeah, get this taken to the cement factory and start producing cement. That's what we're going to be doing next time. Before we finish, let's just get into the landscaping tool, painting. I think probably asphalt is going to be the best option here. We need to put a track in as well. Okay, try and make that as neat as possible. That looks quite good. Yes, a track. We've got some boulders there, but that should work. Yes, unfortunately it is extremely foggy, so we can't really see it properly, but look at that. Look how far we've come in one episode. And I think that is really down to just processing the barley into flour. We've still got the eggs to sell next time as well. This is great news. So finally, starting next time, we can get cement for the temple, and I think the first ones will go to our shed, because we need to finish that shed. It's just ridiculous how long it's taking. But the big question is, will we build the temple by Christmas Day? Comment down below, and yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. It's been a little bit different, but I think for the best. If you have enjoyed it, please remember to like and subscribe, and until next time, I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.